thought he was getting himself together.
But you was with him when he was making the money, and he was fine. But you wanted to leave once his money started going.
That boy wasn't making no damn money. We were reserved. He made some money when he took his ass to Kuwait, but he didn't make no goddamn money. We wasn't living on no damn base and all that shit.
This is a common story. It's always the same damn thing. And that's why we be sitting back like, you telling me that you was letting this dummy bust you down. This dude who was incapable of keeping a job bust you down. And then all of a sudden you got these little nappy-headed children that you have. And then now he's not character enough to carry his fatherly position or his relationship position. It sounds, this is why I say women, in my opinion, are not that intelligent. Because it's like the one job you got is to protect your womb and not create life with someone that you, like you said, cannot trust. And then now all of a sudden, like you're saying, his character's up for question. Cool. He's not this guy. Cool. Where was all of that investigative skill prior to the kid? It blows my mind.
But she trusted him at first, though. True. Remember, she said she trusted him at first. Then he started showing signs of not being trustworthy.
I didn't see the sides of the distrust until after I had my children. We were.
What was the timeline? What's the time period?
Okay, so
Trev, don't walk her into that trap, bro. Don't do that.
What do you mean? Don't walk me into that?
Don't do that, Trev. Don't do that one.
Girl, you saying too much.
The timeline of
merciful
what?
Now, Willie?
How long we were together, or how long after I had the
Never mind,
Trev. Girl, Toya, these men, True is not your therapist, baby. That is not your therapist. Don't say shit.
I don't need therapy from them.
Don't talk to his ass because he ain't gonna do shit but just rebuttal. He ain't gonna do shit but rebuttal.
It's not about a rebuttal, mommy. I asked a valid question in my opinion because Toya, again, she new to the panel. This story, how many times we heard this same story? This dude was great pre-kid. Then all of a sudden, he's a terrorist. He steals stuff. I can't trust him.
Oh well, mine is not a terrorist. He's not a terrorist, but I'm sorry that some people have to deal with terrorists. He's not a terrorist. I just say he's crazy because it took him a long time to get over me and he wouldn't let me go.
Oh shit! She said she got that good pussy.
That's not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth.
Well, true. Let me say this. True. I loved my husband. He was crazy. So what you gotta say about that?
When did you notice he was crazy? Yeah, when did you know he was crazy? Was it pre-kid or post-kids?
Damn. Well, I got pregnant the first time he hit, so I was a virgin.
Interesting.
So,
God damn.
Did you repeat this pregnancy with the same person? Because I know you have a
yeah. I mean, we was married.
Oh, so you okay, no doubt.
He was in the military, so he was crazy. So, but that's what I'm saying. But I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not gonna say he was crazy and that's why it didn't work out and I became a baby mom and all that stuff. I'm just gonna say it was finances. Like men, when their finances are like messed up, like life sucks for the whole house. Like the whole house, everything sucks. And then the kids start to see everything. So I had to make a choice to just like, you know what? He have to just grow on his own. And that's what I thought was going to happen. Like we separated first and to see it, so he can kind of get himself together. He ended up, going to therapy and stuff like that at the, what's the hospital for the veterans? The VA.
The VA.
Yeah. So he had to go to the VA and, he was just, I thought he was getting himself together.
But you was with him when he was making the money. And he was fine, but you wanted to leave once his money started going.
That boy wasn't making no damn money. We were reserved. He made some money when he took his ass to Kuwait, but he didn't make no goddamn money. We wasn't living on no damn base and all that shit. We wasn't living that life.
Right when you met him?
Huh?
Was he?
No, we was in college. We met in college. So he ended up leaving college when I got pregnant.
So he left
And
college
then
to do something for his family, which is you.
yeah, and then I continued college and I became a teacher while he was then we got married. And then she just went downhill. It was like he was used to that, that active, that overseas money, the tax-free money. But he was giving
a year.
But he was giving the damn money to his mammy, his mama.
Oh,
so the money that we thinking that's going into the house, he trying to take care of his mammy.
She not wrong because I got that shit for 3 years and my per diem was damn near $400 a day for 3 years. So she not wrong. When you come back stateside, you do feel
I ate good too, but
it's a little different. It's a little different when you come back to getting that regular E7 pay.
Yeah, he'll go to like a little for a little training every month. There wasn't any money, so I had to work 2 jobs.
Wow,
Yeah, so I was a teacher. I was getting paid once a month. That wasn't shit. I mean, I was a teacher. That was $30-some thousand salary. That wasn't anything. So but he, I really feel like it was just a stress. Like he wanted to provide for his family, but instead of him, trying to get himself together for his family, he fell into some pussy and wanted to cheat. And then it was time to go.
So what were you doing? What were you doing? I mean, I'm no, okay. Obviously, he got to work on himself. But as his wife, right? His backbone, right? What were you doing to ensure that to help him get together? Like, where were you in that? Or were you just like barking? No offense. Were you like, when you gonna get yourself together? What?
No, I was paying the bills. I was paying the bills and I was still fucking him like he was that nigga.
Oh, did you cheat also?
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
No, I didn't cheat.
It's cool.
I didn't cheat. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Oh my God.
I got my answer.
Okay, no, I'm gonna tell you how you don't have your answer. Cause he made sure I was pregnant every time he left.
No,
so I was not.
Worse.
No, that's the thing though. I know a lot of military niggas that do that. Like, especially if their wives were cute, they made sure their wives was pregnant. And
I was pregnant every time he left.
Check this out. A chick could be pregnant and still get cracked.
Oh my God! Why?
I'm not saying you, but a chick could be pregnant and she'll let a nigga crack.
I got 10 years of seeing it happen. So yes, pregnant women do get cracked, especially in the military.
I think this is what's happening. Like we're seeing dating. Like this is what's wrong right here, in my opinion. This is what is current in the marketplace. Too many stories. Too many people have too many lies.
But that's life, true. I'm pretty sure you got a story, right? Behind your life.
I got a story.
Okay, so I mean, everybody has a story, but that don't stop. But honestly, like. You have a story. Everybody on this panel have a story on why they are at where they at right now. Like literally.
For sure. But it's everybody got a story. We all live life. What I'm saying though is that there's something that's disconnected. There was a time when people used to bring best self. Like when you met somebody, you knew they didn't have no jacket. You knew they didn't have a whole bunch of Cancun stories or whatever. Now it's like, okay, tell me the resume. And it's extensive. Like,
but you know what? Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you, True. Like, honestly, just being a mom and just knowing what I don't carry that weight on me. I don't give all of that to the next man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have structure in my home. I don't know about another woman home, but I have structure in my home. So I don't necessarily feel like it's a need to go down memory lane with the next man about all those things, because all of that is fixed. You see what I'm saying? Like, that man is on with his life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever his journey might be. But, I don't let that just define the next man in my life.
I think the difference was, in her case, she said that everything from, you're saying 2, 3, 6 niggas ago has been healed already. That's extremely rare in women to be healed from all the men in her past. She's saying that she is, and she has structure in her home. So that's awesome. However, True, you said that we all have a story. This is the difference. When men come up here and tell their stories, it's to explain or to illustrate what they've been through. When women come up here and tell their stories, it's to excuse or dismiss their role they played in the failure of their relationships. And one of the things that you'll see hold true to almost every woman that's been on this panel in the year that I've been up here, that's been the case. For example, I told y'all my story about the 3 niggas and a midget, right? No issue there. It wasn't to excuse some shit. It was just to explain what happened to a young nigga in the Navy when he left and came back home early. No problem. Toya told her story. That lady from last show told her story. And every time a woman is explaining a failed relationship or saying a past relationship, the first thing they want to do is inoculate themselves from responsibility. They want to inoculate them. They want to excuse themselves from the role they played in those failures. Because what men understand is that if we have 10 relationships that we fell in, we're the common denominator. With women, if they fell in 10 relationships, it's 10 other niggas' faults. It's 10 other niggas' mama's faults. And that's what, again, accountability is what's killing the dating market. Because if you go on a date with mommy, she said, I ain't got to talk to you about the shit that I went through with my ex because I'd already dealt with it. Right? You go on a date with Toya, she just admitted out loud that she's willing to go back to a nigga that she said was crazy, a liar, and she didn't trust. And that's the woman you got to date. That's the woman that you got to bring your best self for. Take to your best restaurant, put on a fresh outfit, get your hair cut for, make sure you're saying you driving the right car, make sure you've accomplished all the things that women want a man to have accomplished. Then that's the woman you're going to get. You see what I'm saying?
I wouldn't actually do that. I was just joking.
It sounds good. Yes, it's a joke. It's a joke after we've pointed out the hypocrisy in it. But like the thing is, we can't. Men, when we come here, we talk about exes. We don't ever. When have you seen an ex come here and downplay? Excuse me, a masculine man. We had that one gay dude up here. That's different.